Gucci Bonaducci on this side.
Good, good. How are you, Julius?
I'm doing amazing. I can't complain.
Good.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. What's the news? How's everybody weekend or week?
Fulfilling and grateful of gratitude.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Gratitude is always a good thing to have because that gratitude is what draws in all the blessing and all the motion. No matter
Amen.
what it is you're going through. Gratitude, always having gratitude is gonna draw in all of the blessings and everything that's out there for you. Having gratitude is what's going to bring it in. So that's amazing. What about everybody else?
Blessed, can't complain. Blessed, can't complain.
Awesome, awesome, awesome,
I'm
awesome.
good over here. I'm under contract for a house to sell, so keep your fingers crossed it go through.
Hey, congrats, congrats.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, so hopefully we go to the closing table July 2nd.
Oh yeah, you got to post that in the group if when that goes through.
Okay, I will.
Awesome, awesome. Looking forward to it for sure. Looking forward to it. Amazing.
Yes. Thank you, Julius.
No problem, no problem, no problem. Well, today call was a little last notice. I didn't really post in the community. I just now did, so we're probably gonna get more individuals joining the call here as we go. But I just wanted to be more today. I wanted to kind of put the ball in you guys' court to what do you guys feel like we need to touch on? Like what topic do you guys want to know more about when it comes to, credit funding? Do you guys have any questions of whatever that you guys are, whatever position you guys are in right now? Um, we haven't really had the time to really, put the ball in you guys' court. I'm always hopping on the call, always coming with something, always, teaching something new, but I want to see from you guys' perspective, what you guys would like me to go more into details about. Anybody have anything specific?
Hey, Julius.
Hey, Elizabeth.
I have a quick question. Somebody asked me today, what if you don't have any credit, if there's a zero, does it just show? It was like a younger girl. She was like in her early 20s. And I was like, that's a really great question because I don't even know the answer to that. So that is a question for you.
Yeah, so if you don't have any credit, it's just going to be blank. You're going to have a line where the credit score is supposed to be. It's not going to have a zero. It's not going to have anything. It's just going to say you don't have any credit.
Okay.
Hmm.
I've not ever seen it before, so I couldn't answer that. But now I can tell her that it's just a line, it's just blank.
Yeah, it's not going to say anything. It's not going to give you a score, zero, one, nothing. It's just going to just be blank, blank space.
Well, that's all the questions that I have for right now.
Awesome. Well, if you think about any more questions or any topic that you want me to touch on, definitely feel free to ask. And another thing I wanted
Okay.
to say as well, we just updated the software as well to where now, for the folks who don't want to send the letters out, we just partner up with MailDash that's gonna send the letters out on your behalf. And
Wowzers.
yeah, so
Wow.
hmm software just became super, super more, easier for folks who don't have the time to go to the post office and for folks who are busy traveling and you might not be in the right city to send it or whatever. I think this is going to be a great, great addition to the software to just make everybody life easier. So that's something for everybody that's using the software right now. Definitely next time you send out your dispute letters, you guys can definitely go ahead and check out that update and see if it's something that you guys want to use. But one thing though, I like to keep it super transparent with you guys. The If you're having a third party send it, it's not as effective as you sending it, right? That's the only description I guess I would have to say that, okay, well, if you're sending it, it just it's not gonna be, I mean, it's not really, it's like a, because what happens is the credit bureaus, they're what they're going, because a lot of the time they be giving BS answers, and if they know it's coming from a third party, if they know it's not coming from your address, they're gonna write you back and say, hey, don't send like this letter is coming from you, right? But that's like 25% out of 100 that's gonna happen. But like I said, I just have to let it be known, because there's still that 25% chance that they might want to, let you know, hey, it don't look like this is coming from you, so we're not really going to do anything about it. Awesome. Chris said, got you. I'll do it myself. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Like I said, yeah, guys, I want to open the floor up for questions and topics, because I want to be able to cater to you guys, and whatever topic that you guys have, or whatever you guys want to learn, or even if it could be on the next call, just so I'm coming in and answering specific questions that you guys may have, so that way I'm not just, because a lot of the times some people might be at a different level in the community. Some people may, especially for the folks that's been here from the beginning, because a lot of these things they're just like rinse and repeat. But it's great to keep drilling the same information, because then it sticks, right? You keep
Yep.
drilling some information, it sticks. It has become clearer. It becomes better. It's become more. Um, you get more clarity with it, if I was to say. I see you just raise your hand,
Lalisha.
Lalisha.
So I have a question with that because it's just my situation.
Mhm.
I moved out of the address that everything is most recently reported on, right?
Yeah,
Even my ID still matches that address.
yeah.
These apartments, we all have a lease, it comes up.
Hmm.
Um, how should I approach that from sending these? Because I have my due date is on the 18th. I have to get these printed and sent out by tomorrow.
Hmm.
And I'm using a different address, with the US postal system right now. I've done my forwarding and all of that.
Hmm.
What is the best method to use? Because I'm clearly out of state right now, but
Yeah.
I know that everything is on that original address. Does that impact anything or any advice around that?
Yeah, since I would say you're fine by sending that letter in, because the thing is, you're not, since you have the software, you don't really necessarily need to respond to the letters when they come, right? You're gonna see the update in the software. That's the whole beauty of the software. It takes out, all the paperwork and all the, headache that comes along with it, because while you're traveling, if you get results back, it's going to reflect on your credit score. So now you could just easily log into the software and see, hey, my credit just went up, something changed, right? The letters I sent in, they came off, right? But if not, if it don't come off, you will also see it in the software, right? The software is also going to reflect for you to do a round two or something, right? So um I would say you did the right thing, because as long as the address that that's on your thing matches a utility bill or matches your ID, then yes, you did the correct thing for sure. The
Perfect.
only,
Thank you so much for that.
no problem, no problem at all. I see you had your hand raised, America.
Yes. I'm actually driving, so hopefully my service will still go through. But the question, and if you're trying to help someone increase their credit score, you want to add them onto your credit card. Is it best to add them as an authorized user or a joint account holder? And what's the difference between the two?
Yeah, I would say do an authorized user, don't do a joint account holder. Um,
Uh-huh.
I think an authorized user would be more so safer on your end. Because if you add them as a joint account holder, they're gonna have the same power as you have, right? Now, if something happened to that person, if they um do something with the credit card, it will show up on your credit profile as well. But you adding them as an authorized user, you're just they're getting the same exact whatever that's going on with your credit score, they're getting the same as exact effect on their end without all the drama.
Okay, okay. That's the main thing. I just wanted to make sure that it will help increase their credit score. So
Yeah.
either way, it's authorized or one account holder.
Say that again, you kind of going in and out.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the same effect on their credit score whether I add them as an authorized user or a joint account holder.
Yeah, I mean, the only difference is it's gonna be the same effect. I mean, depending on
Okay.
what this individual is trying to do, what are they trying to do? They just want to increase their credit score?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I think an authorized user would be best.
Okay. All right. That answers my question. Thank you.
Awesome, no problem at all. I see you have your hand raised, Atis.
Yeah, how's it going today?
It's going amazing. I can't complain.
Very well, very well. So I had a question, and you probably had answered this somewhere along the line, but when we get those responses back from the dispute letters, are those going to automatically update in the software, or am I going to be getting a physical copy in the mail, or
Both,
both?
both. You're gonna get both, right?
Okay.
They're gonna
Okay,
respond.
so
Yeah, they're
mhm.
gonna respond back to you with a physical copy in the mail, which you don't really need to do anything with that. Um, it's just gonna let you know that they responded, and in the physical copy, it's gonna tell you how they responded, if they're gonna take it off or not, right? But then if they take it off, it's gonna reflect in the software. If not, then you can go back in the software and generate a round two letter.
Okay,
And
great.
what I recommend you guys to do as well to make the letters even more powerful, um, which when Chris sent out his letter, that letter I had him do it, is to add like the Metro 2 guideline laws and the FCRA violations and the laws here. Let me share my screen with you guys.
Okay.
Let me see. Where is awesome. Oh, let me grab my charger as well. My computer is always trying to die on me.
No problem, no problem.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Mhm. There, I'll play some elevator music while we're waiting.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm back. That was quick. Um, all right, let me go ahead and reshare my screen. What was that? Okay. All right, you guys can see my screen, right?
Hmm.
Awesome. So we have the law in here. What 15 UFC 1681B is a powerful law. You guys can add to the letters as well, along with the Metro 2 compliance. Let me see. I'm gonna show them an example of Chris. You don't mind, right? That text that I sent you, you don't mind if I show that?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, let me see. All right, so where was it? Did I send it to you in here? Yeah, right here. Boom. I don't know if you guys can read this, but it's pretty long. But um, let me make this bigger. But Chris kind of sent me an example of when he had the uh which one? The laws in the Metro 2 compliance guidelines in there.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
now, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I see it.
Yes. So when you do that, you're speaking their languages even more, right? You're making the letters even more heavier, right? Not to say that the software is not, the letters that the software generate is still going to work, but to beef it up a bit to get faster response,
Hmm.
right? Metro 2 guidelines is speaking their language. It's a new thing that just came out, which is, you know, it's the compliance. It's like different codes. It's kind of hard to explain, but um it works. It works in a way where they know the law. They know that they have to comply with Metro 2 compliance guidelines, and they know they have to comply with the FCRA. So they take you way more serious than, and they don't, because a lot of the times this is what happened with the credit bureaus. When you send out dispute letters, a lot of the times they're just going to blow you off, right? They're not even gonna do the proper investigation because there's millions of people sending in dispute letters. They probably get like 50,000 a month or so. So they got to go through those letters. So a lot of the times they're just going to just shrug you off and just like, oh, well, especially if you get a quick response. If you get a quick response, that means they didn't really do a proper investigation.
Hmm.
Right. They're just trying to blow you off like, all right, cool, whatever. Hopefully this person just give up, right? And not follow up and we're good. And we don't really got to do our job. So, but when you add in the Metro 2 compliance laws, now they're like, okay, well, all right. And when you add in this section, what I just showed you guys right here in the classroom section, you guys can take notes on these laws as well. And it's here as well in the classroom section for you guys on uh 15 USC 1681B, right? That's gonna get them to move quick and fast as well, right? The software job is to keep you super organized, is to keep everything transparent and in front of you so you guys can be able to see what's going on, keep track of everything, like, what's the name? What Lalisha was saying, she's traveling, she don't got time to be at home and respond to those letters, or she might not even get those letters. So the software main job is to keep you super, super organized. So you see
Right.
everything right here in front of you. You can see your score change right here. You mark when you sent the letters out. You see all your negative items over here, right? But like I said, it's just better to add the new guidelines that they just like the Metro 2 and the FCRA or the 15 UFC 1681B as well to your letters.
Perfect. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Okay, and then one last thing here. So, in this course, do you ever speak on just having the right kind of attitude, the right kind of energy when doing all of this? Because, some things that I've learned is it really is closely related, is how you go on about it. If you have doubt or fear or anything like that, it's going to stall. It's going to stall it. And so I'm just wondering if on this group you talk more about that and how to keep a positive mindset about it. And not only that, but the feeling behind it too.
Yes, we sure do. We sure do. We just spoke on mindset. What was it like a couple weeks ago? Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I'm gonna ask some of the individuals on the call. What do you guys thought about if you was on the call for the mindset section? What do you guys took away from that mindset um call that we had? Like I think it was like 2, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, the mindset call was awesome. Anytime you're talking about mindset, it's great, because everybody goes through challenges and different things in life. So you always have to stay top of mind to make sure that you focus on where you're trying to go rather than where you are. And even just tonight, when I can't remember her name, but the first girl that came on, she said gratitude. Gratitude is everything. You know, as long as we're thankful for everything that we have, then, like you said, the universe, into the universe to bring more into our lives.
Right. And I'm gonna speak a little bit more on mindset. I'll let somebody else want to come in and pitch in on what America just said.
That was me. That was Lalisha. It's nice to meet everybody. I'm new to the group. Julius is such a light energy himself, and just being a part of this community is very uplifting. A lot of inspirational people. I consider myself one of them. I embody it, but it doesn't mean, as you said, a lot of us, we all go through life. And so that gratitude, ensuring when we have those moments of anxiety, frustration, we're all human. You know, some of the most famous life coaches out here that have the greatest mindsets don't think they don't have their own journey, y'all. So I feel like, everybody just needs to take maybe a few deep breaths, think of what gives them the most joy, and hold on to that while they're going through this process, because it's a tool that works. Think about that. Think about whatever that goal is, that house closing you're talking about, or, the birth of a new baby in the family, or the fact that we just had, Father's Day, whether your father's here or not. Happy belated Father's Day to everybody. Just take that moment to hold on to the joy, because a lot of times we let those things be fleeting moments, but all we have to do is reactivate. And as the song Set It Off says, that attitude change it changed your attitude. You have that gratitude, right? So you have to, have that gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Thank you for the shares, everybody. And yeah, where your energy flows, or what is that saying?
Where your attention goes, your energy flows.
There it is, right there. Yeah, yeah. So it's just a beautiful reminder, and just to keep, uplifting each other even during those hard times too. And so I thank this community for having that mindset too, because it's really in alignment.
Most definitely, most definitely. If I just was to just touch on what you guys just said, mindset is literally everything. With me, mindset is everything. I'm somebody who literally move on mindset. Like something major can happen to me right now, right? And you wouldn't even know because I won't pay any attention because I'm not even gonna give it my energy.
Right.
Right? That's how I am. Like I could be going through the most major thing in life, and I just sometimes people around me look they look at me like I'm crazy. Like what? How you don't like you don't let nothing phase you like you're like a robot. But it's because I understand the power of a mindset of having a great mindset. And so even with as a man thinketh, so is he. So
Come
whatever
on with it.
so wherever you think, that's what you're going to attract. Whatever
Yeah.
it is that you feel, if you feel fear, you're gonna attract fear.
Mm.
If you feel like you can't accomplish, it's not gonna work for you, it's not gonna work for you, right?
Right.
Whatever energy you put out there, that's what's gonna come back to you. If you feel like, well, I'm getting my letters out, I feel good about it, my life is about to change. You got your vision board, you're saying your affirmations, you're saying the things that you want. You're gonna see how these things are going to just come to you like it's nothing. But if you're somebody sitting there that's doubting yourself, like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work. It might not work for me. Why me? And if you're thinking like that, guess what? That's the energy that you are attracting towards you, and that's exactly the outcome that you are going to get, right? So mindset goes a long way when it comes to money is nothing but energy. That's all it is. Is energy. You draw money into you based upon ideas that's come from your mind, your mindset. Everything in this life all starts from here, right? I don't want to get super biblical, but when God created the heavens and the earth, right? He thought about it, then he spoke it, right? and we was all made in the image and likeness of God. We're all creators, right?
Right.
Whatever idea that that comes to your mind, it all starts with your mind. You speak it, and then it comes into the physical and become a reality. Those two things, your words and your thought, is powerful, right? Think about it. Everything that was built in this world came from a thought. Somebody thought about it, they spoke on it, and they act on it, right? So definitely, even everything that we're doing here, if your head space is not there, it's gonna take you forever. I'm just being honest with you. If you don't feel that energy, like, oh my gosh, this is about to work, this is about to change my life, I'm working towards something, this is what I've been striving for, this is what I've been looking for, and it's finally here and I can feel it. That's how you make the magic happen. That's when the magic happens. That's when everything now starts to fold and bend in your favor. You expect it, you know? So thanks for that question, Atis. Yes, mindset
Yeah.
is major.
Yes, no problem. Hey, what was that picture that just flashed?
Say that
Oh,
again.
that was Ambassador Judah. Oh my gosh, that picture was beautiful.
Oh
Thank
yeah, yeah. Ambassador Judah. How
Yeah, I was
you
like, what was that?
you.
Beautiful
Yeah,
picture.
that's our nation.
Oh, that
Awesome.
is beautiful.
Glad you was able to make the call, brother, man.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here and glad to hear the energy. Yo, this is vibration. We need everyone,
Yeah.
to be upon all of us together. Beautiful. Try unity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is the thing too, the reason why I love, the whole idea of a community, because when we all come together and our mindset is in the same direction, right? It pull things quicker. It makes things happen faster for you, right? Because it's more than one individual that's all striving for the same goal, that's all thinking in the same direction, and we're having this conversation, we're sharing our energy with each other, and we're trying to change our lives. So, from the everybody that was from the beginning, right? That started off with low credit score. Where you guys at now?
Yeah.
For the folks that started from the beginning, right? That was part of the group that didn't feel like, didn't know what the outcome that was going to get. Where are you guys credit score and everything and the progress is at now?
We up.
We up. She said we up. You want to elaborate more on that, Nisi?
Yeah, yeah, came in. Credit score was bad, you know. Didn't know much about how to get it up and like a lot of the things that you teach about the leverage and getting funding and stuff like that. And you broke it down to a science and now I think my credit score was like a 530 or something, like a 560 something. Like now it's a 740 and got all of collections removed. So, I know you was telling me even if you got a good credit score, if you got them collections on there, it really don't mean nothing. That's not a good look when you're trying to do stuff. So, you know.
Right. Huge congratulations. Nisi started off in the 500s. She's now have a very healthy credit score. Seven, you said seven what?
740.
740, right? And we're gonna keep going up. When them primaries start to hit and them primaries start to age well, your score is gonna keep going up, right? The goal is to get everybody in a position to get access to funding. That's the end goal. So amazing mindset plays a big role when it comes to everything here that we're doing, right? Now, actually, that's the number one, that's the most important topic. Like, if the mindset is not there, you, there's nothing that literally if the mindset is not there, is blank, is nothing happening. There's not going nowhere. And I see you got your hand raised, Atis.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question. I'm right now I've got, I don't know what, 5 different credit cards open, but there's one primary one I like to use just because it has the best perks and points back and all of that.
Yeah.
But I do also understand that it's important to keep all of the cards open. So how would you recommend going about utilizing those without them closing, but also like using them minimal as possible?
Yeah, like buy some gas, coffee, candy, whatever you go to the gas station, like the small things, the everyday small things that you purchase anyways, just cycle those cards. Just
Okay.
10% and just use them, whether it's $1, $2, $10, whatever. That's how you do it. You just keep it open because what you're doing when you keep it open, you are building the age, right? You are maintaining the age. Age
Hmm.
is a huge factor, is a major factor in your credit score, right? A
Hmm.
lot of the folks right now who don't qualify for funding, we're waiting for their account to age. So, having that age on your side is one thing you can't change. You gotta wait.
Hmm.
So if you already have the age on your side, don't close those accounts because
Right.
closing those accounts is gonna lower your age. And
Right.
now you got to rebuild another card and wait for that card to age when you already had a card. As long as it's in good standing and you don't have any late payments or any derogatory marks on that
Right.
card, I would say keep it open. Just and to answer your question, like I said, just use it to purchase everyday little things, whether it's gas or food or dates, coffee.
Right.
Just use every single one of them and just keep it
Okay.
10% minimum.
Okay, so I think my first step would be for one, just put them in the purse because they're like just somewhere stashed in the house. So I need to like bring them out so I can actually use them. Okay.
Mhm. As
All
yeah,
right.
as long as you don't let them close them, you're
Right, exactly.
yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
no problem. No problemo. Anybody else have any question? Anybody have a topic that you guys want us to talk more about? Like even if we got to talk about it next week, because I know we got about like 10, 15 minutes here, but what you guys want to know about, what you guys want me to elaborate on even more. Because like I said, at the end of the day, we want to cater directly to the people that's getting on the calls.
I'm one of the 500 credit score people currently. I remember those 700 days, and I'm looking forward to getting to the 700, 800 club myself. For
Mhm.
those who started in that journey, would you mind sharing the approximate timeline that you saw your results within? I mean, clearly everybody's journey is different, but would you mind providing some transparency on your success through a testimony?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Well, mine was I think it was like 20 days when I started seeing results. It didn't go from a 500s to the 740s, but it did kind of climb. It is still climbing, but I say everybody's is different because you got people. I can't. Can you hear me? Yeah, I had a call coming in. Sorry. Yeah, because everybody, like I'm 36, so somebody who probably had like a bad credit score, maybe in their 50s or 60s, it might be a little worse because they probably have more things on their credit than I have. So their journey might be a little longer because I didn't really have a lot of stuff as far as collections. So it didn't really take a lot of time for me. That somebody else might have a different outcome, but that's my story.
Thank you, Nisi.
Awesome. Anybody else want to come in and share their testimonial with Lalisha?
She needs to hear Sasha's story. Sasha was so excited about her credit score last week,
Ah,
and
yes.
yeah, she is cool. Actually, she's the one that connected me to you, Julius.
Mm.
And I mean, she talks about how many, different agencies she went through as far as like trying to get her credit score increased. She spent so much amount of money and nothing happened. But as soon as she connected with you to increase her credit score, it happened like within weeks. And she was just super excited. So she's definitely motivation as far as like that credit score. And I'm excited for her.
Yeah, I actually did an interview with Sasha. Hey, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna play like at least two to 3 minutes of it. So, um, you guys can see here what she had to say. Let me see, where's my YouTube?
Thanks, America. Thanks for calling that out. I think it's important, sometimes we all go through these things, these ups and downs and these yo-yos, these peaks and valleys. So it's motivating, it's encouraging,
Most definitely.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Look at her.
I would love for the folks, if you guys are ever in Atlanta, and you want to come down and do a podcast with me, I would love that. Sasha, she was very, very grateful to do the podcast for sure.
Month now.
I'm gonna take it back a little bit. See what's going on in the community, how the community is able to change a lot of individual lives, and then you guys can make that educated decision for yourself. Whether all right, how long you've been a part of the Build Wealth Academy community?
Well, I've been in about 3 to 4 months now. It's been wonderful. Julia's always available. If I got some questions, if I got some things I'm not sure of, or which way to go with whatever I'm thinking, he's always available to help me, which is a big thing for me when you're in the credit space. So
that's amazing. So what would you say is one of the biggest impact that you've gotten from the Build Wealth Academy community?
Well, the whole purpose of me even being in your community was for the credit, right? So for me, it's like, well, I'm investing myself, my time, my money into something that I'm hoping to gain, something to gain from it. And when I say I got exactly what I was looking for, I'm talking about exactly what I was looking for, which is getting my credit to the 700.
So you've accomplished your goal, right? To joining the community. What was your credit score when you first got in?
My lowest credit score was a 635, one of them. And then the other one was like a 640. And the other one was like maybe I think a 612, to be honest with you.
Okay, so you join the community in the low 600s.
Right.
Then your goal was to get in the 700s to get qualified for funding, because it's what we do in the community.
Yes.
Once we, help you get all your ducks in a row, structure your business properly, structure your personal properly, get your credit to where it needs to be. Then the next step will be getting you access to funding from anywhere from between 50 to 250K, depending on your personal credit score. So you've joined the community. You've reached your goal.
Yes.
You came in the 600 range.
Yes.
And now you're in the 700. Now you're ready for funding. So awesome. That's amazing. So is there anything you want to tell the people out there as far as the process, how the process was that took you from the low 600s to middle 700s right now? How was the process?
Well, the process is pretty seamless. It really, honestly, it really wasn't a process. It was just about knowing to get in. Because if you ain't in, you can't win.
Right.
So the process is just getting in the community and letting you do what you do best, magic.
Right. So pretty much the community is easy. Everything is transparent. Everything is straightforward. It's not rocket science. It's not anything where you gotta try to come in there and figure out and feel like, oh, I'm not smart enough.
Right.
It's not for me. Right. The community pretty much is just like 1, 2, 3. Here's the steps. You got somebody to walk you through every single thing step by step. Here's the steps. Just go ahead and apply these steps and you will get the results.
Yep, that part.
Awesome. So how do you feel now that your credit score is in the 700s?
What? Baby. I'm waking up on a daily, like, let me check my report, just to make sure that I'm there. Because it's been a long journey for me. I promise you. I'm like, I done paid thousands of dollars to other people before I finally landed where I need to be from the beginning. But you know what they say, better late than never. And so once you know better, you do better.
Right.
And that's why I'm here.
Awesome. So would you recommend other individuals out there with a low credit score to join the Build Wealth Academy community?
Yes, hands down. Join, please, fast, hurry. Join. Because the faster you join, the faster your result, and the faster you can get on with your life. Because credit really holds you back. Like, I'm an older person. And it's just like, man, I wish I would have knew the information that I know currently by being in Julius' community, by the knowledge that he's teaching us about credit. And once you get the credit fixed, man, hold on to that tight. Just do everything you need to do, that you need to do to keep the credit where it needs to be, because once it get back to bad, it's so hard to make it back good.
Right.
So it's just like, man, I can't stress enough. Once you get to the 700 club, which I'm there now, thanks to Julius, I'm holding that thing like, yeah. I'm holding it tight and I'm not letting it go. So yeah, that's why I suggest if you get your credit right, don't let it go back to bad.
Awesome. That's amazing. That's I mean, if you guys want to watch the rest of the interviews, you guys can definitely watch it for sure. But I love her energy. She's the life of the party. It was nothing but good energy when she came here in person. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome. Hopefully that answered your question, Lalisha.
That was perfect. And you already know I'm ready for Cameron when I come to Atlanta, so we can get that podcast jumping.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I would love to have you on the podcast for sure. So just let me know whenever you're in town and we'll make that happen. Awesome. Anybody else have any questions or any statements before we wrap it up for the night? Because I know it's about to hit that hour mark. We like to keep these calls nice and, not too long.
Sir, I got my credit reports finally. I'm about to send them. You know what I mean? We can look at that finally.
Say that again. You kind of went in and out.
Yeah, I got my credit reports. I finally got my hands on my credit reports.
Oh, awesome. That's what we're trying to do for a minute. So you finally got that going.
Yeah, so I just got to forward them to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just been a lot going on, daily. So mad shift going on, but it's a lot of access that's before us, a lot of access. So yeah, got that list of those companies and those things and the proper way to address them. You know what I mean? That's just, we need to get in the muscle memory of this body and mind. You feel me? Going forward, the way,
Awesome.
equity. So appreciate you, man. So I look forward to linking with you and time gonna open up.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So definitely gonna get in contact with you here after the call so we can go ahead and get started with your process.
Cool. Respect.
Awesome. Anybody else want to come in? So what do you guys feel like, like I said, what do you guys feel like, and if you guys don't really have anything that you guys really that you guys want to learn about, that you guys feel like I should touch on, I mean, you guys could text me throughout the week. If anything come to mind, just send, hey, next time we're on the call, can you talk more about this? Or can you talk more about that? Because like I said, I want to be able to cater to you guys that get on the calls and ask the questions. And, I want to make sure everybody is getting the questions answered and everybody is getting the proper education that they need when it comes to credit funding and all that good stuff. Let me check. Sasha said, this community is a light and I love and appreciate each of you. Yes, we appreciate you too. I'm pretty sure I'm speaking on behalf of everybody. They appreciate you as well, America. And yeah, this community is like I said, we're all family. And as long as we all come together once a week, we all have our mind set on the same goal, trying to accomplish the same thing, talking to other individuals that's been where you at and that's on the other side. It just give everybody encouragement to keep going, and that's what this community is about. Because when you're doing these things on your own, you kind of feel like lost, right? You may have some questions, don't know where to turn, don't know if you're doing the right thing. And a lot of the times that gets discouraging because now it makes you don't feel like you're getting any progress. It makes you feel stagnant if you're doing something and you're not 100% sure that what it is that you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, you're just like, it's iffy. But when you're part of a community and you see other individuals that was once where you at, telling this story and giving this testimonial, it just, like I said, give everybody that fire to keep moving forward. And as long as we keep moving forward and we're not stagnant, that's all that really matters in life. As long as your mindset is in the right area, you're moving forward, that's it, right? That's all that really matters. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, we will go ahead and wrap it up for the night here. I'm going to post Sasha interview in the community. So if you guys want to watch the entire thing, you guys can go and check that out. And then for the folks that's in Atlanta, let me know when you're in Atlanta. Let me know so we can do an interview. We could talk about life. We could talk about whatever, right? And get this podcast going. So let me know when you're in Atlanta. Let's make it happen. Let's see whatever the mind can conceive, believe I can achieve. Napoleon Hill. Awesome. I love Napoleon Hill for sure. So Think and Grow Rich is a book that I would recommend everybody to read for sure. So definitely, this was an amazing call today. And I will see you guys on the next call on Monday.
Thanks, Julius. Thanks, everybody.
See y'all at the top.
See you at the top.
Let's go.
Already.
All right. Everybody have a good night.
All right.
Great.